Imagine a desolate desert, the darkness of night, and all around. There was silence all around, and suddenly a loud bang sounded. The owner of a nearby farm. When Mac Brazil goes to see the place the next morning, he finds something like this. His eyes widen as he sees a shiny debris resembling a spaceship which is scattered around, metal-like things which neither burn nor bend. It seems as if this ship had fallen from the sky in this darkness of night, or should I say from space. Now, when the media was called on the spot, then this news appeared in the newspaper were published with titles such as "Flying Disc Crash at Roswell." There was commotion everywhere because when the army came to know about this, so they completely sealed the area within 24 hours, as if an emergency has been imposed there. The army even asked eyewitnesses to keep quiet and not talk to reporters. But this wasn't an incident. Some secret witnesses also claimed that they saw some strange bodies there, small size with big eyes, who were rescued from that crash site that night by army trucks, was taken to a secret base along with the objects. Now later a statement was issued by the army, in which the object found in this incident was described as an unidentified flying disc. Now I'm not kidding at all. Seriously, the US Army in its statement said about this crash object. If it was declared unidentified, then what was the real crash that happened in Roswell, America? Was it a UFO? Had aliens really landed on Earth? Well, we are going to talk about this in today's video. So hello guys, I am Kaushik and let's start another new episode. In the year 1940, there was tremendous curiosity about aliens and UFOs in America. There was talk of alien sightings and incidents in different parts of America. One such famous incident was the Battle of Los Angeles because strange lights were seen in the sky over Los Angeles in 1942. Thinking it to be an enemy, the army fired guns and even missiles on it. But after a lot of searching by the American army, they didn't find anything in the sky or around that area. Now people have linked this incident to aliens and said that the American army had hidden this truth. Apart from this, in the year 1947, Kenneth Arnold, who was a pilot, in one of his reports claimed that he saw a disc-like object flying over the hills of Washington. He named this object the flying saucer. But in the same year, another incident happened which almost convinced people that aliens exist. It is real, and their coming to our Earth is a common thing. This incident was the Roswell incident, which is the base of our whole video. Friends, now let's talk. We are not completely sure about the dates of July 5th or 9th, 1947 here because different sites have mentioned different dates for this incident. But here we will consider July 5th. So, on July 5th, 1947, at about 10 p.m., people near Roswell reported a loud sound and a bright light. Mac Brazil, a local farmer, saw the light and went to his fields and saw a large flying machine. That machine was light but so strong that it was almost impossible to break its metal. It was impossible. Also, there were some strange symbols and shapes on that machine which belonged to some unknown person. It looked like a language or code. When reporters asked the people around about this incident, some claimed that the flying machine also had some strange bodies. Those bodies were completely different from humans. They were of small height, had big heads, and big black eyes. The news that the bodies most likely belonged to the aliens who were flying the flying disc was covered by the media and started being reported with great fanfare. During this time, flying saucer was found in the newspapers. It became common to see headlines such as Roswell and alien bodies discovered. Now, as soon as this news reached the state police, they immediately gave this information to the army. Within just 24 hours, the army reached the site and took all the evidence in its possession. Officers of the 509th Bomb Group arrived at the Roswell site shortly after the incident. This was the same unit that had dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki a few years earlier. Their responsibility was huge, and their coming here only added depth to the rumors. People's suspicion grew that something unusual had definitely happened here. Even the American army secretly used its trucks to search for this alien UFO. The broken parts of the flying machine were dumped there, and they removed them from there and started taking them to some secret location. The farmers and eyewitnesses were rigorously questioned. Every person who was near the scene of the incident was interrogated in detail. Mac Brazil said that he was warned by the army not to say anything. Some pieces were loaded onto trucks and shipped to the Air Force Base. Now, an army soldier, while talking to the reporter about this, said the debris was so massive that it could not be burned and was impossible to cut up. Which raises the question, was this material from another world? On July 8, 1947, the American Army organized its first press conference. And here they said something which was enough to blow the world's senses. According to official statements from the American Air Force, what crashed at Roswell was the wreckage of an unidentified flying disc. In short, America had clearly said that this flying object was a UFO. That is, an unidentified flying object is the US's answer to the Roswell incident. After this statement, there was a kind of panic in the whole world, and immediately the radio and newspapers started saying that America itself had discovered the existence of aliens and their presence on Earth. But the world accepted this announcement of America. But when they started believing that aliens were real, then the American Army issued another statement. This new statement was in stark contrast to the previous one, in which the American Air Force, calling the first statement wrong, said that it was not a flying disc, but a simple weather balloon. They said that this balloon was a scientific experiment which was released into the atmosphere to collect scientific data. So the question arises, was it really an alien UFO as per the first statement, or according to the second statement, was it just a weather balloon? But look here. If truth be told, this mystery is much deeper than we thought. A mystery that has come to light after 40 years and the truth which America had deliberately hidden from the world. But before reaching that truth, we need to know some more important claims related to this incident. In the year 1978, a retired Air Force officer of the Army, Jesse Marshall, in one of his statements, said that the debris at the crash site of Roswell was not of extraterrestrial origin. Also, when asked about the Army describing that debris as a simple weather balloon, he said that all this was the planning of the Army so that this alien incident could be hidden from the people. They also claimed that it was a direct order given from Washington and the Army was just following those orders. Apart from this, in the year 1980, a book named Roswell Incident was published. This book described the entire event. Detailed information was given about it, and the Roswell incident was described as an alien incident. It was also claimed in this book that the alien technology found there was used by the American Army. They reverse-engineered and used alien bodies found in crash sites for scientific experiments. The book also includes statements from some eyewitnesses who said that they saw several alien bodies being carried away in army trucks. These witnesses said that the bodies were short and thin, with large heads and black eyes. They also claimed that some strange symbols were written on the debris of that alien spacecraft, which were not visible to humans. These symbols seemed completely different from any known language. So, according to retired Air Force officer Jesse Marshall and the 1980 Roswell Incident book, the American government had found evidence of aliens and hid it from the public, silencing every witness. After this incident, many questions began to arise across the world. Did the Army take possession of alien technology? And most importantly, did aliens evolve in the Roswell incident? So in the 1990s, the American government declassified some documents related to the Roswell incident. These documents revealed that during the 1940s, during the Cold War, America launched many secret projects against the Soviet Union. One of these projects was Project Mogul. Its job was to collect information about nuclear tests taking place in the Soviet Union. At that time, humans had not yet deployed any satellites in Earth's orbit. Therefore, the only way to keep an eye on the Soviet Union was to monitor from the sky. Under Project Mogul, America used advanced listening devices mounted on large weather balloons, which were released into the sky to reach the atmosphere above and record the sound waves of the Soviet Union's nuclear tests. This data was then sent to America via radio waves. In the month of July 1947, many such balloons were sent to India. One of the balloons that the Army had flown in the sky that day crashed in Roswell, America. Since this was a secret project designed for espionage, the Army initially called it an unidentified flying disc. But when the Army felt that America and the whole world were connecting their statement to aliens, they tried to suppress the matter by changing the statement and saying it was a weather balloon. This report of the American Army clearly denied any connection between the Roswell incident and aliens. But what about the bodies found in this incident and the alien language found on the debris? These strange symbols and shapes were probably decorations made from the tape used on the balloon. Some experts believe that the alien bodies found in this incident were actually dummies used in high-altitude tests during that time. These dummies were designed to mimic the human body internally and were mistaken for aliens by eyewitnesses during the Roswell incident. As for Marshall's statement in 1978 and the Roswell Incident book in 1980, most probably both incidents were done to gain publicity and increase the sales of the book by making it controversial. Now, to be clear, officially there is no evidence that supports the Roswell incident being related to aliens. But even today, many people believe that this incident was an alien incident, hidden by the American government by giving it another twist. Well, I would like to know from you, what do you think about it? Have aliens visited Earth? The comment section is open below. Please write and share your opinion. Friends, if you liked the video and got to learn something new, then like this video. Do share it with your friends. If you are new on this channel, then please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. And if you liked this video, then I will recommend you to go and watch the next video, in which we have talked about another strange and mysterious creature called the Bigfoot. Who is this Bigfoot? Who was he, and does he still exist? To know the whole story, go and watch this video. It is very interesting. I will meet you in the next episode. Till then, bye.